Alright, so here we are. I have created my design for St. Michael Archangel, and I have it on tracing paper, which this is the tracing paper that I use, the Strathmore tracing. This actually happens to be an 11 by 14, and you can get it in all sizes. It is 25 pound, the 300 series, which is the better tracing paper. You suit yourself, you and your budget. And then underneath the transfer paper, I have a piece of, or underneath the line drawing, I have the transfer paper. It does come in white and in the dark, and I have the dark. Make sure when you put it underneath your line drawing that you're putting it with the shiny side up, dull side down, so that you actually do transfer the image as you go along. This is where you can make some little corrections and tweaks, if you like, on things that you feel like you need to improve on for your line drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. You can use a red pencil with the eraser, and you can also use a red pen. For the face features, I'm going to use the red pen. I think I'm going to get a little bit finer tip and point putting the features in. For the rest of it, I'll probably use the red pencil. And of course, the reason we use the red is so that we can see what lines we've transferred and what lines we have not. That just kind of keeps us going in the right direction. So let's go ahead and we'll get started transferring these lines. I'll put the letters, the crosses and the letters on later, and you can see I made some mistakes in here. I got the H, I got the crossbar going funky on one of them, so that's something I'll correct when I do that. I'll also wait and put these letters in at the end. Make sure I've got my hair. Okay, I think everything is outlined. So the way I can tell, I'm going to lift this up. Take a peek before I completely take it off. And that looks pretty good. And the only thing I need to do then is fit the halo. And here's how we're going to do the halo. I have a halo template, and what we'll do is we'll put this on here, and we'll figure out the best size. It's usually full face. Usually the halo point is like right up around the eye area, and so it looks like I might want to do this one on this outside. That pretty much comes down on the shoulders. Okay, I don't want to get it too big, so we'll put our X, put a little point on that, and then put our X in there. So I'll have to get my, I thought I had my compass over here, but I don't. Alright, here's what I'm going to do here so I don't move this around. I'm going to put the tape over there. Keep that from moving. And I'll put my template underneath here with the cross hatch right in there. And then I'll make the point then. Pretty much straight up and down, like right here. Okay, that should do it. Should be like right in there. I think that's about right. Okay. Take that out. So before I take this drawing off, I'll press the point in. So I made a little divot in the board right there by the eyebrow so that I know where to make the halo. Put my point in. Alright, and there's my halo. You just want it, you don't want it too much bigger because then it's going to look odd, but you want it large enough to encompass the head and come and intersect with the shoulders down here. So we've got that transferred. Looks like to me all the lines are on. I think that looks good. I'm ready to take my line drawing off, and then we will transfer these lines with our burnt umber paint and get that on there, and then we can start laying in some base colors. I've taken my line drawing off, and one of the things that I decided I wanted to do, because I have this on a large board, and his halo, I have him positioned so that the halo was not piercing the border, and I really wanted something to come out and pierce that border. So what I did, I went in and I extended his lance so that the top part of the lance pierces the border. And I wanted to do that just because I wanted something coming out into that border. It shows the divine coming into our world, and that they are never far away from us. So that's why I did that. I'm also going to clean up some of these parts of his armor down here, like there are lines that I didn't think should be in there. Alright, I think we are ready to start putting the burnt umber on here. Alrighty then. Got our water, we've got our burnt umber, we've got our liner brush. The liner brush I am using is a 6/0 round liner. Gonna kind of get most of this out of the way if we can. Alright, I am going to add water to this. I'll use a little bit larger brush just to add some water, and we do want to get it fairly thin, and then after we get the paint thinned, we are going to add some glaze to it, because we want this drawing, the line drawing, to stay on once we start putting our other colors. So we do want this to be fairly loose, and that way it comes off of our liner brush well. And I can't tell you exactly how much water to put in it. This is something that you as the artist will have to come to know. It's by look and by feel. And when the paint kind of moves around by itself, you're getting pretty close. So, and you can always add more water later. Clean that brush out. And get some glaze medium. I do use the Chroma's Sonja Clear Glaze Medium. 3 or 4 drops of glaze in there. Alright, and then we'll start lining